As far as lashing out on my teachers, I would not listen to them. I would yell and talk back to my teachers. If they told me to get off my phone, I wouldn't get off my phone. I really didn't see any reason to respect any of the teachers in my school because nobody in my life really had taught me that respect or discipline. No shade to my father. Honestly, he was doing the best he could at the time. And I really feel like I just needed that mother guidance to show me manners and respect for people. I only completed school because my father was very strict about it and made sure I stayed in school. But I honestly would ditch a lot of school. I wouldn't like to attend class. I was honestly writing music and poetry during class instead of listening to what the teachers were even talking about because that was my only form of escape and my only form of expression at the time. I remember one day in class, Mr. Delarme had put on a video showing us about this new club called POPS, which stands for Pain of the Prison System. And immediately after I seen this video, I knew this club was for me. I honestly didn't know anybody else in my school was going through the same experiences that I was going through as far as the incarceration system. It wasn't something that I was vocal about, so how would I know that there was a community out there for me? But thank God that I was able to join this club. And once I joined this club, I immediately began to take an interest in this club, and I wanted to be very much involved. So I became the creative director because I was the first one to actually share my poetry in the class about my mom. And not only did writing about my mom really help heal me, but also sharing about her to others really healed me as well because it opened up my eyes that I am not alone in this situation. So I'm very grateful for that club and for the experiences that that club had brought me and the connections that it brought me, a community. And it even gave me a chance to open up to my friends and to let them know my situation by inviting them into the club. And Mr. Delarme definitely helped me to be, the club definitely helped me to dive deeper into my poetry as well because now it gave me a subject to write about, my mom, which I wasn't used to expressing about. So being able to write about my mom definitely gave me a new sense of self-awareness and perspective on my life. It brought up the emotions that I was trying to repress about my mom. It opened my eyes that I was angry, that I was sad, that I did want a mom, that I did want her there. And it actually allowed myself to express myself for the first time because I didn't even know how I really felt until I actually put it onto words and paper and began to actually process that I was going through trauma that I did need to heal from. And it was very freeing, actually. It actually gave me a sense of purpose. It made me feel like my pain wasn't in vain. It made me feel like actually maybe people out here need to hear this story so that they can understand how that they could cope through this trauma as well. So it went from different stages. It went from I'm writing about, the stories about my mom, and now I'm understanding the stories and I'm at a different age where I can understand how I actually felt in that moment. And then it brought up my anger. Of course, I'm angry with my mom. I don't want to speak to her in this moment. But then it grew into I'm sad and I wish I had her. And then it grew into I forgive her. And then it grew into I love her. And then it grew into it's not too late for us.